We are live and thoroughly unprepared here at the Ice Palace in North Charleston, South Carolina. Not Charleston, South Carolina. That's much nicer. As your Raleigh Raptors take on the Delco Phantoms. The Delco Phantoms are from Pennsylvania. They're from a different place. I honestly think they're from Pennsylvania, but in a close proximity to Delaware, so hence the Delco thing. They take the Phantoms name because of the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, who are the AHL affiliate of the Philadelphia Flyers. Your Raleigh Raptors will be playing 3 tournament games this tournament, 2 actually on Friday. So this game, and then at 9:40, 9:20, after 9 against the Atlanta Phoenix. So we've got 2 games this Friday, today, and then 1 game on Saturday. And depending on the results of these 3 games, we'll see what happens on Sunday. If we come in first, we only have 1 game to play on Sunday. If we come in second or third, then we will have 2 games because the second and third team plays each other the first game on Sunday, and then there'll be a championship game also on Sunday between the winner of that 2-3 team game and the first place team. I'm hoping our stream is good. I'm hoping so. I didn't connect this particular camera to the Wi-Fi, so hopefully you're getting good reception. If not, let us know in the comments, and I'll see if we can connect us to the Wi-Fi. Good to see Rylan DeWitt on the bench. Rylan has an upper body concern. He's out for the season, but he is here to support his team, and we appreciate that. Theo Bolduc is your goalie, as he has been all season. And at exactly 4 o'clock according to that time, but 3:58 according to Apple's time, and, you know, Apple bought time, so they understand. We're ready for puck drop, and we're on the way!
Yeah. It might be a little blurry. I don't know if there's anything we do about that.
I don't know. I'll see what we can do during the intermission, but we'll keep it from there. Jacob Brown will chase after it. He gets the angle, but the hand goes up. That looks like it's going to be a penalty on the Phantoms. But cut in front. Puck is loose. Chapman will chase after it. Delayed penalty still on trap. Knocked out in front. Bouncing back. Caleb Reed sends it over to Jack Chapman, who will do the zone entry. Has the stick lifted. He won't get to it, and now we have a whistle. But early on here, the Raptors go on the power play. 13:15 remaining in the first. No score as of yet. But the Raptors power play squad will come onto the ice. 2-minute penalties in this particular tournament, not minute and a half like we've had in other locations. So good to know. Puck is dropped, goes back. Phantoms will go after it. Bouncing puck, picked up. Caleb Reed tries to send it in front, does not. Bouncing puck, goes back over the other way, tries to go into the slot, cannot. Collins keeps it in. Chapman then keeps it in. He's got it at the point, sends it over to Guido. Guido shot on net, blocked. Phantoms have it, going the other way. separated from the puck. I'm going to move. Tied up here. Houston Martin gets taken down, and the hand goes up again, so we'll see another delayed penalty, a 5-on-3 upcoming. Raptors may want to make sure that the Phantoms get a hold of this puck, but dump down will get the icing, but that actually works out in a way because the Phantoms will take their second penalty, so we'll have a 5-on-3 here. Roughing on the Phantoms. So the Raptors will have 2 more players than the Phantoms, and that's generally to their advantage. Houston Martin to take the face-off. He's got Lombardo and Poole as his forwards. Roberts and Kehoe, your defensemen. Roberts will take it. He sends it off the boards. Goes down. They'll call an icing on that because the Phantoms player pulled his stick away. And we'll see a face-off on the other end of the ice. Of 11 left in the first, no score. Raptors have a 5-on-3 advantage right now. Face-off sent back to Roberts. Roberts over to Kehoe. Kehoe will take it, advance it over to Lombardo. Lombardo gets a piece of it, but loses possession. Drops back. Roberts has it again. He'll go advance forward. He'll dump in. They'll chase. Phantom send it around. Shot on net. Sticked away. Roberts will go chase after it. Sends it over to Poole. Poole has possession. He goes with the questionable angle. Puts it on net. The Phantoms advance. They go to send it forward. It's blocked. Sent around the other way in the middle of a Raptors line change. Boldick passes it over to... Looks like that's Bronson who will do the zone entry. Shot on net, blocked, sent back. Chapman will take it. First penalty is over, so 5-on-4 for the Raptors. Dumped in. Official waves off offsides, so Chapman will have it deep in his own zone. He flips it over. It goes into the skates of Amistadi. Gets back. Edwards sends it over to Bronson in his skates. Bronson sends it over to Edwards. Edwards with a stretch pass over to Amistadi. Goes in, can't get to it. Edwards keeps it in. Tries to knock it over. No one there to pick it up. Now, Travis/Ryan Collins with the puck. Dumps it off in front. Edwards sends it over to Chapman. Shot from the point, just wide. Anthony Guido picks up the rebound. Sends it back to absolutely no one. That's going to kill the other penalty. Chapman to go chase after it deep in his own zone. Sends it off the boards. Travis Collins goes to chase after it. Gets a piece of it, but it ends up with the Phantoms. The Phantoms have it. They'll advance in. Shot high and wide and all the other things. Guido sends it forward. Phantoms get a piece of it. Sent the other way. Stick goes a little high. No call. Edwards sends it along the boards. Phantoms keep it in. It gets deflected into the girders. And we'll have a stoppage. 9:49 remaining in the first period. No score. Face off. Martin sends it back. Gets a piece of it by Kehoe. It's sent around the other way. Roberts will go after it. He'll advance it forward over to Poole. Poole gets a piece of it. He sends it over to Martin. Martin will bring it in. Gets past the defender, but doesn't have anything there, so holds on to it. Sends it back to Roberts at the point. Roberts sends it over. Poole has it now behind. Gets knocked down a little bit. No call. Phantoms send it cross ice. They'll be offsides, and we'll go to stoppage. 9:12 remaining in the first. Still no score. Raptors have maintained possession early in the game. And then again, they had a 5-on-3, so that's going to happen. Decided to take the face-off. Tied up in all the skates. Advances forward, goes back. That's offsides, uncalled. Shot on net. Raptors will cover, and we'll get a stoppage. I will note that we have 2 officials here instead of our usual 4, so chaos ensues. Because there are just 2 men. Puck bounces off of several skates. No one gets to it. Edwards will try to get to it. Sent out by Banning. Slap shot from the point. Deflected. Goes around. In front, tied up. Sent away. Raptors, Phantoms have it. They try to send it out. Raptors will get it out of the zone. It bounces around. In the neutral zone, flipped over. Amistadi will chase after it, try to get the angle. Banning gets a piece of it, but cannot maintain possession. Sent down. Phantoms shoot. It's deflected and goes high into the glass. Phantoms have it in the corner. Bouncing puck, swallowed up by Bolduc, and we'll get a whistle. 8:05 remaining in the first, still no score. Fun fact, these Phantoms have a couple of AA players on their roster that have slid in there. Apparently that's okay. Puck goes out. Phantoms will chase after it, get it into their own defensive zone. They try to get it out, lose possession. Reed will go pick that up. He has it. He sends it over into the skates of Guido. Dagan Brown will send it forward. Tied up. Reed has it. He'll do the zone entry. Gets around the defender. Comes out in front. Shot. Gets taken down. Puck goes over to the side. And that's going to be a penalty on Guido, I believe, for a trip. These officials are calling almost all of the things. So the Raptors need to be careful to not let wild sticks come into play. So at 7:28 remaining in the first, the Raptors have a 2-minute penalty to kill. Face off deep into their defensive zone. Sent back. Kehoe sends it off the boards to Lombardo. Lombardo advances it over. Poole with the move. He's got an opening. Shot. Save by the Phantoms. Good play there by Poole to get the puck away and to have a breakaway, but the Phantoms goaltender makes the stop. So no shorty for the Raptors. 7:16 remaining in the first, 1:48 remaining on the penalty to Guido. We're still tied at 0. Tied up. Phantoms try to get it out. Sends it into the skates. Roberts has it. Starts to lose balance there. Lombardo will dump it in. Goaltender comes out of his crease to knock it forward to the Phantoms player. He'll do the zone entry. Roberts separates player from the puck. Loose puck tries to send out. Kept in by the Phantoms. We send it out in front. Roberts has it. He controls the puck. Tries to send it out. Phantoms will knock it down. Gets knocked past Roberts. Winters will try to get a piece of that. Phantoms send it out to the point. Shot from the point. Deflected by Bolduc. Winters has it in the corner. It's tied up. He tries to get... He's got 2 players surrounding him. Raptors will flip it out. It goes off of a Phantom, so no icing there. Banning will chase after it, but it'll be the Phantoms that end up with the puck. They send it down ice. Phantoms got to set something up. Cross net. Not anything there. Banning tries to get it out. It gets tied up there. Shot on net wide. Phantoms will take it. They try to send it into the slot. Nothing going there. Gets wrapped around. Phantoms try to get it out. Raptors cannot get possession of it, so they send it across the slot again. 2-1-0. Penalty is over. Puck goes over by us. I do not want it. So 5:23 remaining in the first. Still no score. As my lovely wife tosses the puck onto the ice.
Come on, Travis.
Get a face-off in the neutral zone here. Easton Martin will take it. Travis Collins and Anthony Guido, your forwards. Chapman and Brown, your defensemen. Phantoms try to send it forward. Cannot. Sent over to Collins. Collins has it. He brings the puck with him, gets past his defenders, tries to get it over to Guido, who's in the slot. Can't. Knocked forward. Chapman will try to keep it in. He does. Bouncing puck. Chapman sends it on net wide. Shot. Loose. Picked up by the Phantoms. A little extracurricular activity there by the Phantoms. But 4:53 remaining in the first. Still no score. This first period brought to you by the Collins family, who purchased a Voodoo Ranger beer for me earlier. It allows you the entertaining commentary that you have now. Thanks again, Collins family. Roberts has the puck at mid-ice. He looks over to Kehoe, thinks about it. Sends it forward, though, to Poole. Poole gets a piece of it, gets sent back the other way. So at mid-ice, Reed has it, gets around the first defender, gets around the second one. Poole will take it up. He'll dump it in. Sent around the boards. Reed will keep it in the corner. He's tied up there behind a girder. Good play by Kehoe to keep it in the zone. Good play by Poole to keep it in the zone. And on net, stopped by the Phantoms, and we'll have a stoppage overall. 4:10 remaining in the first. Still no score. Winters appears that he is in the defensive rotation in this game, as he is the defenseman along with Edwards on this shift. Puck goes back. Edwards will pick it up. He sends it forward over to Banning. Banning gets a piece of it, gets knocked down. Amistadi there, though. Amistadi will bring it in. Can't get all of it. Gets loose. Bronson will keep it in. Shoots it on net. Goes off of a player. Bounces in front. Phantoms will try to do an entry. Absolutely offsides. This one they catch. Good for them. Charleston, South Carolina referees, not known to be the best in the world, but they're trying their damnedest. 3:41 remaining in the first. Still no score. Face off in the neutral zone. It'll be Martin to take it. Sent back to Chapman, who sent it off of a puck. He goes, tries to get it out there. Picked up by the Phantoms. They'll try to get it out. Brown on it. Sent forward. Collins has it, and he's got some open ice. Sends it in. Shot, score! Travis Collins given ice to work with, and you can't do that. Good pass there, I believe, from Brown to advance it forward to see the open man. I'm being told by our production team that is Travis / Ryan Collins' 40th goal of the season. That's good for, I don't know, I don't give awards. Some piece of paper with his name on it. I don't know. Maybe a pin. Anyway, 3:14 remaining in the first. 1-0 Raptors lead on the Travis Collins goal. Sent over to Chapman. Chapman advances it forward. Collins gets a piece of it, so no icing. Phantoms will go after it. Collins gets a piece, misses it. Chapman has it at the point, sends it back to Martin. tied up. Phantoms have it. They'll try the stretch pass. Phantoms have it. Dagan Brown says, no, thank you. He will take it, but gets met with a couple of people. Sends it over to Chapman. Chapman to Collins. He'll try to thread the needle again. Drops it off to Reed. Reed will try maybe a wraparound here. Gets behind the net. Gets tied up in the corner. And that's cheating, folks. Looks like we'll see a penalty on the on the Phantoms. Check from behind, so that could be a 2 and 10. We've got one player in the box. And yes, the official is directing for another Raptors player to go into the box, so that will be a 2 and 10 for a check from behind. Not the best decision there by the by the Phantoms. I keep saying Raptors when I mean Phantoms. They're both words. Anyway, tied up in the corner. Corn Lombardo has it on the boards. Loses possession. It gets sent down the ice. Icing is waved off, so Roberts will have to chase after it. Unlike the last tournament that we dealt with, there is no icing the puck here. Easton Martin has it. He'll send it to a streaking Chris Kehoe, who almost gets by a defender. Tries to drop past the Poole. Poole can't get to it, but Martin has it. Dances a little bit. Sends it out. Wrap around the other way. Martin has it in the corner. Looking for an opportunity. He's got Roberts at the point. Roberts looking. Shot wide. Lombardo can't get a piece of it, so it goes back to Martin. Martin has it. He'll send it over to Lombardo. Lombardo tries to put it in front of Kehoe. Deflected by the goaltender, who flops on it like a flounder to stop the course of play. 1:20 remaining in the first period. 57 seconds left on the penalty to the Phantoms, and a 1-0 Raptors lead on the Travis Collins goal. Caleb Reed to take the faceoff on the power play. Tied up there. Reed still trying to get it. He's tied up, hit from behind, no call. Guido tries to get to it. Puck sent out. Chapman can't get a piece of it. Phantoms have it. Gets tied up with Chapman, and Chapman will get a penalty for the tie-up. He'll get a hook on that. Tough call. But when you have resistance like that, probably every other time you'll get a penalty. Good play there by Chapman to stop the momentum from going. As there was a possible breakaway there, Chapman tied him up. May have been clean, may not have been clean, but according to the officials, it was not. All right, puck sent out. So we've got 4-on-4 hockey for the next 30 seconds or so. Travis Collins has an opening, sends it over to Guido. Guido can't get to it. And the Phantoms will try their own zone entry here. Try to dish it forward. It gets intercepted. Raptors can't get it into the zone. Winters tries to get a piece of it, cannot. Edwards has it tied up in the corner. Tied up. Collins will go after it. Edwards will go knock it forward over to Collins. Collins sends it around the boards. Phantoms will send it out to the point. They lose possession for a second. Bobble it a little bit. Send it around the boards. Edwards will tie it up in the corner. He'll send it around the boards. Phantoms will keep it in. But that will be the end of the period. So after one period of play, the Raleigh Raptors lead the Delphi Phantoms 1-0. Raptors will have 1:04 to burn of a penalty kill as we enter the second period. I'm assuming you guys are seeing this well enough that there's been no comments in the feed about streaming issues. If there are, let me know now because I can jump on the Wi-Fi, but I think for the most part, we're good. I haven't gotten text messages, but no one texts me. Noah Keener, a late arrival today. Did not play in the first period, but he will play in the second. A little Raptor rule there. So we'll see Keener in the second and third period coming up. Again, Ryland DeWitt, the only Raptors player out of the game. He is in street clothes. Now, actually in the penalty box, speaking to Jack Chapman, as we get ready to drop 14-minute periods here, tied up. Bronson gets a piece of it, tries to advance it forward. Phantoms take it. Can't. Bannon gets a piece of it, but the Phantoms will go. They'll dump it in. Phantoms have it. They send it around the boards. Tied up around. Still tied up in the corner. Still tied up in the corner. Dagan Brown will try to get a piece of it there. He's got two Phantoms on him. They'll go around the other way. Noah Roberts will chase after that. Get a piece of it. Bouncing puck. Gets kicked in. Set on goal. A little bit unexpected there by Theo Bolduc, but he pads it away. Banning still has it. He advances it over. Banning tries, it was Bronson who tried to get it. Got tied up. Puck sent into the girders. So we have a stoppage. 12:52 remaining in the second period. Raptors with a 1-0 lead. Penalty has been killed, so we're back to 5-on-5. Tied up, sent around the boards. Chapman will go chase after it because he is out of the box. He has served his penalty. Phantoms have it. Tied up there. Piece of it goes partially on net, but thankfully not completely on net. Phantoms will go pick it up in their own defensive zone. Lombardo gets a piece of it. They try to keep it in. Kehoe has it. Now onside. Kehoe from the point. Shot in the groinal area of the Phantoms goaltender, who swallows it up. And we'll get a stoppage. 12:21 remaining in the first. Raptors still with a 1-0 lead. Travis Collins, your goal scorer. So Easton Martin to take this face off deep in the Raptors offensive zone, sends it over to the side. Guido gets a piece of it. He will maintain possession of the puck, go to put it in front over to Martin. Martin can't get a piece of it. Guido get back, sent over to Collins. He can't get to it. Piece taken. Winters will go, try to stop it. Shot on net is wide. Edwards will knock it forward. Phantoms will try to keep it in. They cannot. Collins can't get possession of it. Gets knocked forward the other way. Timmy Winters will send it into the neutral zone. Phantoms send it over to Edwards. Edwards sends it over to Winters, who will send it into the neutral zone. Phantoms will take it. They send it forward. Shot on net. Saved by Bolduc. Sent around the other way. Winters will chase after it. But it'll be Collins that flips it out of the zone. They'll need to reset. Easton Martin will knock it forward. And he's got an opening. He's got Guido with him. Sends it over, but Guido can't get all of it and sends it wide. Sends it around the boards. Roberts will keep it in. They wave off the icing, which it wouldn't have mattered anyway because the shot was on net. Moldick sends it over. Reed to Bronson, who has open ice, but can't get a hold of it. Checked into the boards, so he's tied up. Puck in the corner. Phantoms will try to get it out. They wrap it around the side. Picked up by Reed. He'll wrap it around. Maintain possession. Tries to get it out in front. Gets tied up. Sent down. Puck sent over. Dumped in. But it's not the other week. It is this week. So no delayed offsides here. Just regular offsides. So the puck dump will result in an offside. It's 10:26 remaining in the second period. Raptors holding a 1-0 lead as we get a face-off at mid-ice. Tied up. Lombardo has it. He'll bring it in. Avoids the check there. Sends it over to Poole. Poole in front. Some chaos in front of the net, but sent away. Now be Lombardo gets a piece of it. Kehoe charges, can't get to it. Now we've got a 2-on-1. Shot on net, save by Bullock. And Poole tries to bring it out. He cannot. Chapman advances it forward. He does. Pass over to Lombardo. He can't handle it, so the Phantoms will have it behind their own net. Sends it off the boards. Chapman sends it over to Lombardo in front. Pucked away just wide. Shot on net, covered by the Phantoms, and we'll get a stoppage. 9:38 remaining in the second period. Raptors still holding on to their 1-0 lead. Raptors have maintained possession for most of this game, but have been unable to capitalize on that with only a 1-0 lead. Easton Martin will take the face-off deep into his offensive zone, sends it over to Winters. Winters over to Collins. Collins sends it around the boards. Guido will chase after it. Phantoms will send it around. They send it over. Dump pass there. Edwards tried to get it out. Phantoms intercepted it and brought it back. But saved by Bullock, and now Martin has it with a shot. Padded away by the Phantoms. They'll try to get it out. Winters will keep it in, tries to put it on net, deflected by the Phantoms. They send it out. Edwards will go chase after it. He'll hold on to it, wait for everyone to get offside, sends it over to Winters. Winters tries to send it over to Martin. He can't get a piece of it, and the Phantoms will recover. They skate into the zone, shot, and score! A beauty of a shot there by the Phantoms. Sends it top shelf, and we've got a 1-1 tie. Boldick upset with himself. He shouldn't be. That was a tough shot to save. That was a beauty of a shot. So with 8:46 remaining in the second period, we are tied at 1. Shot sent back. Brown has it. He tries to send it out. Cannot. Gets sent away. Picked up by the Phantoms, who will try to center it. They cannot. Raptors hold on to it. Bronson tries to get it forward. He cannot. So in front, Brown gets a piece of it. Banning sends it over to Reed. Reed's got the speed. Tries to get past his defender. Does. Maintains possession. Goes in front. Tries to push it through. Cannot. And the Phantoms goaltender covers. 8:07 remaining in the second period. We are tied at 1. Banning, Reed, Bronson, your forwards. Kehoe and Chapman, your defensemen. Puck is dropped. Reed can't get a piece of it. It's sent around the boards. Kehoe will go to pick it up. Tries to center it. Cannot. Dumped in. No offsides, surprisingly. because I thought it was. Kehoe tries to get a piece of it. It's out of the zone now, so they'll fight for it. The Phantoms have an opening with a 3-on-1 shot. Sent away by Bolduc. Puck is deflected. Chapman will send it over to Banning. Banning has a little bit of open ice. He'll bring it in. Tries to send it over to Bronson. Shoots and scores!
Good cross.
The advancement by Banning with the backhand over to a charging Bronson, who puts it by the goaltender to give the Raptors their lead back 2-1. Bronson, Johnny on the spot as he saw the loose puck and just put it through the goaltender, who was probably trying to make the decision of whether to advance forward out of the crease to go get it or to block. Face-off, Poole gets it. He advances forward. He's got an opening. Hits a post. Damn that post. One of the best goaltenders we have. Puck sent around. Edwards will keep it in. He tries to send it over. Winters tried to keep it in, but did not, so that'll be an offside. So we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone by the blue line. Raptors will have a good opportunity, if they win the face-off, to bring it in. Be Amistadi to take the face-off. Tied up. Phantoms have it. Right in off the boards there. Amistadi will send it around the boards. Poole will chase after it. Sent in, bouncing puck behind the net. Puck is sent around. Edwards tried to pin it, but he could not. We're left with a 2-on-1. Shot by the Phantoms, stopped by Bolduc. They'll try to advance it into the slot. Edwards gets it away. Edwards cuts off the puck. Butts it around. Sends it over to Lombardo. Lombardo tries to send it over. Edwards will take it, though. He's got a little bit of open ice. Tries to send it over to Poole. Poole can't get to it. So tied up there on the boards. Lombardo will try to get to it. And the Phantoms will go back. They have the puck. Shot on net. Bolduc sticks it into the netting. The netting above the glass, not the netting in his goal. We don't want anything there. So we'll have a stoppage. 6:01 remaining in the second period. The Raptors hold a 2-1 lead. Goals by Travis Collins and Jacoby Bronson. One Phantoms goal by, I don't know, somebody. Who cares? Puck dropped, sent around. Roberts will take it. He'll send it around the boards. Phantoms, they'll wave off the icing, so Travis Collins will go chase after it. Tries to send it out in front. No one can get to it, though. And the Phantoms will try to send it out themselves. Brown will get a piece of it. He can't. Roberts will chase after it. Tied up. We've got a hand up, so it looks like there's going to be a penalty, perhaps on Roberts. Puck still tied up. Phantoms have it. They've got the delay penalty, but Guido will get a piece of it, so the penalty comes down. It's just a question of whether that'll be 2 or 2 and 10. They'll discuss it. Roberts knows he has the penalty. It's just a question of check from behind, so Roberts will end up serving a 2 and 10. He'll need another player to serve the rest of it. A little bit soft on that 2 and 10, but to be honest, the other one was as well. So the officials here in Charleston trying to keep the concern for the safety of the players. Chapman tries to send it down ice. These are not the rules here, so we've got an icing. 6 seconds elapsed on the penalty. 5:16 remaining in the second period. Raptors holding a 2-1 lead. Raptors have this penalty to kill here. Guido sends it off the boards. Shot from the point, way high and into the netting. Bolduc didn't even get a piece of that. That was just very high. The Phantoms players kind of giving their teammate the business for shooting that so high. We're all teammates here, or at least the Phantoms teammates are. So, playful little banter between them. Phantoms will bring it into the zone. Kehoe gets a piece of it, and he'll send it over to Collins. Collins will get it out of the zone. Guido on his horse. If he can get to it, he's got an opening. Gets a piece of it, shoots it on net. It's blocked. Kept in by Chapman. Chapman sends it out in front. Swooped away there by the goaltender. So again, this Raptors aggressive penalty kill. Travis Collins gets it. He tries to get it out. Kehoe trying to get the check there. Sent across the net. In front, Amistada's got open ice. Shot, save on the shorthanded attempt. Amistada's still fighting for it. Shot back the other way. Brown has it. Brown will send it into the boards. Phantoms will get it, try to get it out. Reed gets a piece of it and keeps it in the zone. But the Phantoms have it. They'll advance. Brown and Reed both get a piece of it. Phantoms still have it, though. They'll try to set something up here as 20 seconds are left in the penalty. Puck sent around the boards. Picked up by Reed. Reed gets a piece of it. Can't advance it forward. Goes over into the corner. Brown will dig it out. Phantoms will keep it in. They'll try to send it over. Brown still has it. He'll send it around the boards the other way as the penalty comes out. Puck sent forward. Keener gets a piece of it. No icing there. Keener will still fight for it. Edwards gets a piece of it. Hit from behind. Edwards will still fight for it. Sends it around the boards. Lombardo will pick it up on the other side. Puck sent around. Poole will pick it up at the point. Poole sends it around the boards the other way. Lombardo will go pick this one up. He's met with a Phantoms player. It gets sent around the corner. Phantoms will pick this one up. They'll try to get it out. Brown sends it over to Poole. Poole will dump it back into the zone. He gets hit. Sends around the other way. Edwards has it. He'll go attempt to dump it in. Lombardo tries. Keener will actually get it into the zone. Sent around the other way. Brown tries to get a piece of it. Puck is dumped in. Edwards will go chase after it. Sends around the other way. Keener will advance it forward. Gets into the neutral zone. They'll try to advance it the other way. Poole gets a piece of it. Edwards stops it. Bolduc sends it into the corner in front, but Bolduc's got it. Gets a piece of it, sends it into the corner at the point. Phantoms have it. They go to put it on net. No danger there. They'll advance it forward, or attempt to. Edwards will take it. Edwards goes to send it deep. Try to send it over to Bronson. He can't get it, so it'll be an icing, but it allows the Raptors to get their line change in. 1:38 remaining in the second period. Raptors hold a 2-1 lead. Phantoms fan base not happy with their players. I could repeat what they said, but I'm trying to keep this a family channel. Puck drop in. Tied up. Tries to get it out. It gets out of the defensive zone. Dumped in by the Phantoms, who don't understand what they did wrong. If you don't understand what you're doing wrong, you shouldn't be in travel. So 1:30 remaining in the second. And we'll get a face-off at mid-ice. Puck sent forward. Martin has it, sends it over to Collins. Collins will dump it in onto the boards. Bouncing around. Guido has it now. He'll absorb the hit. Tied up. Guido tries to get to it. Phantoms fight for it, and they get it. They'll advance forward. Guido's got to watch that stick. Winters with a poke check. Gets it over. And now Collins has it. Tries to get a move by the defender. Does not work. Phantoms get a piece of it, and they'll dump it in. Chapman will take it. Sends it around the other way. Tried to send it over to Guido. It's kept in. Shot on net. The Phantoms' parents want to check from behind because they've never seen hockey before. But 42.1 seconds remaining in the second period. 2-1 Raptors lead. The thing about penalties is they have to be a penalty. And just because your kid falls down doesn't mean that someone else cheated. Caleb Reed ties it up, sends it back. Kehoe tried to send it out, but it ricocheted off of a player. So loose puck there. They'll try to get it out. Sent out to the point. Sent on net. Stopped by Bolduc, and we'll get a stoppage there. 24.0 seconds remaining in the second period. We'll get a face-off once again in the Raptors' defensive zone. 2-1 Raptors. But with the Phantoms aggressively looking for something here. Reed gets tied up. Puck goes out. Gets out of the zone. Advances forward with Lombardo. Lombardo tries to get past. Cannot. Cherry picker there. Picked up. And we'll get an offsides. 7.9 seconds remaining in the second period. And we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. Amastai to take the face-off. Puck goes in. Brown sends it off the boards. Slow puck. And that'll be the buzzer for the second period. So at the end of 2, Raptors 2, Phantoms 1. As we take our minute intermission, some may be asking, how do you feel about the Mikko Rantanen return here at the NHL trade deadline? So here's the point here. It was cool to have Mikko Rantanen on the team. I don't know how good his fit was. If he wasn't just clicking or whatever, Rantanen was not scoring at the level that he was in Colorado with Nathan McKinnon as his center. So I don't know if the fit wasn't great or he just wasn't warmed up. But it's tough to watch that and want to spend over $13 million a year on that player. Nevertheless, the Carolina Hurricanes offered a good over $13 million a year deal to Rantanen. Rantanen didn't want it. And as was the case with Colorado, who offered, I believe, a similar deal, and he didn't want that, it seems like he wanted to go somewhere else. Dallas was there for the opportunity. Dallas has no state income tax. So the $12 million a year Rantanen got from Dallas ends up being a larger amount of money than the 13 point whatever than that either Colorado or the Hurricanes were offering him. So Rantanen gets what he wants, that juicy paycheck. And to his credit, Dallas is at least a good team. Had he gone into free agency, probably the only teams that would be able to afford him were lower-level teams like, say, a Detroit Blackhawks squad, where he would have been fighting for a wild card chance for the first couple of seasons in hopes that the team would get better. In contrast, the Hurricanes got a very good NHL player, 2 firsts and 2 thirds. for a team that wasn't necessarily going to win the Stanley Cup this year. Anyway, we're back in action. Picked up by Edwards. Edwards sends it over to Amistadi. Amistadi tried to send it forward. Could not. That's offsides, but we won't call it that. Puck is deflected, goes around the net. Raptors try to get it in front. The Phantoms try to get it in front. They cannot. Tied up. Sent out. The Phantoms will try to chase after it. Sent over to the boards. Sent over into the neutral zone. Banning will knock it away. Martin has it. He'll maintain possession as the Raptors will go for a line change. Sent around the boards. Chapman will pick this one up. He's looking for the stretch pass. Ends up going to the Phantoms, who have it massively offsides. That's egregious. So we'll get a face-off, almost surprisingly, at the dot near the blue line, considering how far offsides that Phantoms player was. But it's always a judgment call, so we'll let it go. 12:53 remaining in the third period. Raptors holding on to a 2-1 lead. Travis Collins and Jacoby Bronson with your goals. Puck set forward at mid-ice. Phantoms have it. They'll do the entry shot on net. Knocked away by Baldock. Tied up in the corner. Martin gets a piece of it. He'll go to send it around the boards. Phantoms have it. They'll try to get it out in front. It gets knocked away. Sent around the boards. Shot on net. Baldock sees the bouncing puck and dives on it like a kitten seeing a laser pointer. But instead of a laser pointer, that puck was a tangible thing, and we get a stoppage. 12:26 remaining in the third period. Still 2-1 Raptors. Caleb Reed to take the faceoff here deep in his defensive zone. Sends it over to Winters. Winters gets a piece of it, tries to get it out. Goes over to Keener. Keener, it bounces off of him, but it stays in the Raptors' defensive zone, and the Phantoms will send it around. Brown takes a swing and miss. Goes off the skate of Lombardo. Lombardo tries to get it out. Still stuck there. Phantoms have it. They'll shoot on net. Baldock gloves it. And we'll get a stoppage. 12:04 remaining in the third. Still 2-1 Raptors. Face-off tied up near the official. Dumped forward into the neutral zone. Lombardo tries to get a piece of it. He gets tied up. Reed will get it now. He'll maintain possession. He'll get around the Phantoms player, send it over to Keener. Keener gets a piece of it. Phantoms will send it around the other way, though. They'll dump it in. Reed will pick it up. He'll go the opposite way. He sends it over to Lombardo, who gets a piece of it on his skate. He'll skate forward, absorbs the hit, keeps moving as the rest of the Raptors make a line change. Great keep there by Amistadi. They try to send it forward. They can't. Chapman gets the bouncing puck. He'll knock it forward. But Lombardo cannot get onside, so we'll get a whistle. 11:15 remaining in the third period. Raptors still holding on to that 2-1 lead. Puck sent across the boards. Bronson gets a piece of it. He'll dump it in, but the Phantoms have it in their defensive zone. Picked up, still there in the defensive zone. Bannon gets a piece of it, sends it over to Bronson. Bronson moves, loses the puck, backhand, and now we have a whistle and a little extracurricular, which is unnecessary. And let's be honest, just rude. 10:57 remaining in the third period. Raptors going to still hold on to that 2-1 lead. Nothing's going to come out of that. Just a lot of shoving and just keeping players away from their goaltender. I get it. Amistadi ties it up. Banning will go chase after it. Gets cut in front of. The Phantoms will try to get it out. They send it off the boards. Chapman will keep it in. Benning tries to get it. He gets knocked down. Puck is knocked down. Phantoms have an opening. They'll skate down. Chapman will try to pick it up. Advanced forward by Edwards, who sends it over to mid-ice. Banning will get a piece of it, and he's got Bronson with him. Bronson with a shot on net. Did not get all of it, and it goes into the netting, and we'll get a stoppage. 10:22 remaining in the third. 2-1 Raptors. Good play there for a 2-on-1. Banning maybe should have held onto it a little bit more to tease the 2-on-1, but he immediately went over to Bronson, who wasn't able to get a 100% shot on it. Anyway, tied up. Sent around the other way. Piece of it. They'll try to get it. Puck looked like it went over the line, but they keep it onside. Now Guido has it. He'll do the zone entry himself. He gets tied up, loses the puck. Phantoms have it. Martin will go chase after it, but the Phantoms will have it, and they'll try to advance it forward. Gets sent off of the skate and will bounce forward. And that will be an icing because that's cheating. And the Raptors will get the faceoff deep in their offensive zone with 9:50 remaining in the third period and holding on to a 2-1 lead over these Delhi Phantoms. Caleb Reed to take the faceoff. He's got Keener and I believe Lombardo with him. Winters and Edwards, your defenseman. Face-off tied up. They try to send it out. Edwards will come down. Edwards will not allow that to happen. He ties it up on the boards. He will continue to tie it up around the boards, and then he'll bring it around the other way, advance it over. I'll try to get it out. It gets out of the zone at least. Dump the other way, egregiously offside again, so that should realistically be at mid-ice. But will it be at mid-ice? Looks like the official having a word, Coach Tuck. And again, we'll get the face-off at the dot near the blue line, despite the fact that the Phantoms player was deep into the zone, but whatever. Dump in there. Winters will go pick it up behind the net. He sends it off of a skate. Phantoms will take it. Bouncing around. Phantoms have it in the corner. They'll go to send it around. They send it into the boards. Lombardo will go chase after it. Edwards has it, sends it over to Lombardo. Keener is there. Lombardo will advance it forward. He'll go chase after it. Edwards will go pick it up. Tries to send it over to Keener, who gets a piece of it but cannot get it fully on net. And the Phantoms goalie dives on top of it for a stoppage. 8:49 remaining in the third period. Still 2-1 Raptors. Edwards probably not with a great shot opportunity, but the pass over to Keener was a good opportunity if he was able to get all the stick on it. So tied up there, kept in. Banning will go chase after it to try to keep it in. It's tied up. Amistadi also will try to keep it in. A puck is sent around the other way. Chapman will pinch up. He gets a piece of it. Sent around the other direction. Phantoms parents crying for a penalty. Puck sent into the snow there in the corner. Puck sent around the boards. Bronson needs to chase after it. He does get a piece of it, sends it forward. Sent around the other way. Brown will get to it. He'll try to send it along the boards. Phantoms will keep it in. Shot. Bouncing puck. Gets away from the crease, which is good. Puck sent. And now we have a cross-check penalty on the Phantoms. So a little bit of body positioning in front of the slot there. And the Phantoms, I don't know if it was frustration or just unniceness in general. But they'll get 2 for cross-checking. And the Raptors will go on the the Raptors will go on the power play. We've got Keener, Lombardo, Martin as your forwards, Edwards and Kehoe as your defensemen. Tied up, sent back. Edwards tries to keep it in, cannot, and then tries to send it forward, bobbled the puck. So that faceoff should be at the dot right there by the blue line if we know what happened before. Martin to take the faceoff, sent in, can't get picked up, sent out to Edwards. Edwards looking for the pass, sends it over to Kehoe. Kehoe should have dumped it in. Puck there. Look offsides to me, but, what do I know? Puck sent around the other way. Edwards will hold on to it. Sends it over to Kehoe. Kehoe looking for the stretch pass. Sends it over to Lombardo. Lombardo gets a piece of it, dumps it over to Martin. Martin has the entry. Back past Edwards from the point. Shot. Loose. In front, Lombardo will take it in the corner. He'll send it around to Kehoe. Kehoe sends it back around to Lombardo. Lombardo has it in the corner. He's looking for the opening. Sends it out to the point to Edwards. Edwards sends it over to Kehoe now at the other point. Shot on net. Went through a few players, but couldn't keep it in. Edwards stops the forward momentum there by the Phantoms and sends it back over to Martin. Martin will do the zone entry himself. Dumps it in. He'll go chase. 41 seconds left on the power play. Puck sent around. Guido will stop it. Tied up. Collins shoots it wide. Edwards tries to keep it in, but cannot. Sent around the other way. Travis Collins has it in the middle of a partial line change, but unable to take advantage. Goes around the boards. Chapman has it. He'll send it around the boards the other way. Reed can't get to it. Guido will come up. He'll stop it with the skates. He'll tie it up in the corner. Tries to send it out to Collins. Sends it out to the point for Chapman. Deflection. Maybe not the best deflection as it stopped Chapman's shot and just slowed it down. Bronson has it in the corner. He'll hold on to it. A little dance there. Block by the goaltender. Now Guido has it. He gets sent into the boards. Collins tries to get a piece of it. Bounce around the other way. Tied up in the corner. 5:25 remaining in the third period. We're still trying to get it off the boards here. I mean, we can stay here all day if you really want to. Tied up. Chapman from the point. Shot. Just wide. Falcons have it. They'll advance forward. And they'll dump it. That should be... They'll wave off the icing because, quite frankly, it should have been because that puck was stopping. Reed has it behind the net. He stops quickly, has it in front, sends it over to Bronson. Bronson has it on a stick. He'll look. He sends it over to Chapman. Chapman crosses the red line, sends it over to Collins as the rest of the Raptors try to make a line change. Dumped over the other way. Good play by the Phantoms to try to get it forward. Drop pass by the Phantoms does not work. Amistadi tries to get to it. Sent forward at mid-ice. Phantoms have it. They'll send it over. Dumped into the zone. Winters will go chase after it. He sends it off the glass. Poole will get it. He tries to get it past the defender. Cannot. It's tied up. But Winters has it. Sends it back over to Poole. Poole advances it forward, gets it into the zone, but meets two Phantoms players, and it wasn't friendly. Puck over. Winters sends it forward. But that, unfortunately for the Raptors, is going to be an icing. So with 3:44 remaining in the third period, Raptors are still holding on to that 2-1 lead, but we'll see a face-off deep in the Raptors' defensive zone. Face-off, sent forward, bouncing out of the zone into the neutral zone. Keener tried to get a piece of it, cannot. Dumped in. Kehoe will get it. Swings and misses. Raptors have it. Phantoms have it. They go to send it in. It gets sent off of Martin's shin. He has it. He's got Lombardo with him. Sends it over Lombardo. Tries to push it in, but cannot get it. Gets tripped in the process. But alas, goaltender covers the puck. So with 3:18 remaining in the third, still Raptors 2-1, but we'll see a face-off deep in the Raptors' offensive zone this time. Keener, Lombardo, Martin, your forwards. Roberts and Kehoe, your defensemen. Puck sent forward. Phantoms have it. They'll dump it. Get a piece of it. Roberts will try to get it over. Raptors will send it back. Keener tries to get it out, cannot. Has a stick held a little bit, but Keener, who's got the size, will move forward. He maintains possession, tries to switch directions, loses possession of the puck. Great move if you keep the puck. Picked up now by Reed. That was going to be an ugly hit that Reed avoids. Puck goes over. Reed avoids that. We'll dump it into the zone again. 2:22 remaining in the third period. Puck gets sent around the other way. Phantoms have it. They'll try to stretch the ice. Brown has it. He backhands it over. Fought by Reed. Reed will bring it out into the neutral zone. He'll dump it in. It takes a weird bounce off of a door. Collins tries to get a piece of it. And Reed has it over in the corner. Phantoms will try to get it out, but Edwards will take a piece of it. He'll send it off the boards to Guido. Guido advances it forward. He tries to stay with it. Tries to get it over. Reed, Collins, two opportunities there with the backhand. The Phantoms have it. They'll try to stretch the ice. Shot on net. But Boldick gloves it with ease to stop the clock. 1:25 remaining in the third period. Raptors still holding on to that 2-1 lead. If you're confident because there's only 1:25 remaining in the game and the Raptors have a 1-0 lead, you haven't been watching this season. The Phantoms see that they have an opportunity here and they'll call their time out. Let's see what the comments are here. Let's see, better than Wake Forest. Great. Doing a great job. Thank you. And see Natchez do better. Well, the thing about Martin Natchez is he was signed for this season and next. He wasn't going to re-sign with the Canes. You know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. So, yeah, would it have been nice to hold him on for another season and maybe trade him in the offseason for something more valuable? Sure. But the opportunity was there with Ratnan. You dump a fourth-line center and the player who didn't want to be on your team that you were trying to get rid of in the offseason, and then you flip that into a Rookie of the Year candidate. He's not going to win, but he is a candidate. 2 firsts and 2 thirds. It's not a bad bit of business, especially for a Hurricanes team that was not winning the Cup this year. I don't know who may have told you that. That wasn't happening. Anyway, puck sent off the boards. Bannon gets a piece of it, gets it out of the zone. Good play there. He goes to chase after it. Now it's under his body. Shot on net. Guys, just so you know, the Phantoms have no goalie. So 6-on-5. It's forward. Bronson tries to send it forward. Piece of it there by the Phantoms to stop what would have potentially been an empty net goal. Sent around the other way. Phantoms will try to regroup. They lose the puck. Picked up by Bronson, but he can't get to it. Tries to dump the other way. Amistadi sends it back to Kehoe, who tries to send it in, cannot. Dumped in. That's going to be an icing. Not the best decision. Hold on to that puck if you don't have the obvious shot. Just get it out of the zone. But instead, the shot goes down ice and will be an icing. So 25.8 seconds left in the third period. We have a face-off deep in the Raptors' defensive zone. Tied up. Sent around the other way. They have it at the point. Shot on net. And if you've been watching this season, you know how this story ends. Shot on net, deflected in the air. Bolduc got a piece of it, but it landed behind him into the net. And the score now tied at 2. And once again, the last minute play by the Raptors gives up another goal. So 17.9 seconds remaining in the game. Raptors calling their timeout for reasons. Not sure if that shot was from one of the Phantoms AA players that they pulled down into their team to play this tournament. Perhaps. I don't know. I'd have to look at the roster. For reference, there was 3 AA players for the Phantoms that played AA the entire season, but are on this single A team miraculously. Well, what's a T1 roster? No one knows. So 17.9 remaining in the game. Puck is dumped in. Chapman will go cut it off. Sent the other way. Chapman gets a piece of it. He'll send it forward. Martin has it. He's got a little bit of open ice. Shot on net. Shot wide. But that's the buzzer. And that's our final. So at the end of the game, Raptors 2, Phantoms single A/AA 2. It is what it is, and we'll line up for the handshake line. But this Raptors team, straight off of a trip, most of them probably shaking off the cobwebs from a car trip, just could not get it going. They'll play a Atlanta Phoenix team at 9 o'clock tonight, which should be a little bit easier competition. Who knows? Maybe the Phoenix team grabbed a bunch of AA players and brought them down. I don't know. But we'll take it from here. So, at the end of this game, again, 2-2 is the score. We'll see you at what time? 9:50. My God. We'll see you at 9:50 tonight as your Raptors take on the Atlanta Phoenix. Signing off. See you later.